because I was so nervous I couldn't even sleep last night.
Yeah, I can
Really?
imagine, yeah.
So I started up in conjunction with Tunbridge Wells Music School this program called How to Be in a Band. And it takes young people, like these young people you are, and puts them in a band, what then do music.
Hello, I'm Nicole and welcome to this week's episode of The Big Chat. And you might have noticed that it's not just me here today. I've actually got a very wonderful human being, Giles Paley Phillips, co-hosting with me for this week's episode. Because you might hear a bit of background noise, we're actually live at Local Live Festival in Tunbridge Wells, Royal Tunbridge Wells, our hometown. So we've kind of come and done a bit of a takeover, and the wonderful Paul Dunton has been suggesting some people we can talk to today. So we're a bit excited, aren't we, Giles?
Very excited. First time the Big Chat's been on the road.
It's the first time it's been on the
Yeah.
road. We had a little red suitcase that we just
We've got a
tottered along
beautiful
with.
red suitcase and we've got all our equipment.
We've got all our equipment.
Yeah.
Most importantly there, we've got people to talk to.
Exactly. That's what we're here for. People don't want to hear about us.
So who are we talking to today?
We're talking to the act, who've just performed on the main stage, I believe.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourselves to us?
I'm Tilly.
I'm Axel.
And I'm Charlie.
Okay, and what do each of you do in the band? So, Chili, what's your job?
I play guitar and
Okay.
sing.
I play bass and vocals.
Yeah, and I play the drums and backing vocals.
Okay.
And there's something pretty special about you guys, because I think you are the youngest ever act, literally the act, to go and be at the Local and Live Festival, aren't you? Literally.
Yeah, we
How old are you guys? I mean, tell us.
are. I'm 12.
I'm 14.
Yeah, and I'm 13.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah.
It makes me feel
See,
very
that
old.
their combined age is still younger than
Still
mine.
younger than mine, too.
So what brought you guys together? How did you
Yeah.
start the band?
Well, it was with a thing called How to Be in a Band, which is like an after-school program thing, and we all met once. Like I think it was 2 years. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah. Yeah, that's how we met. Yeah.
So you've always loved music. Has it always
Yeah.
been a passion?
I started playing the guitar when I was like 7, so yeah.
7?
I never sung though. I started singing when I got into like the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what sort of bands are you into? What are your influences?
Well, I mean, we like most bands really. I mean, we're more into like alternative rock, sometimes punk rock actually. We like so yeah, we like all kinds of bands to be honest. Yeah.
So yeah, what bands would you say you kind of sound closest to?
I don't know. What do you think?
We do lots of different songs, so what would you say?
I think maybe like we're our own thing. Yeah, our own genre.
Your own genre, okay.
That was a joke.
So, but
cool,
mainly
isn't it?
alternative rock. UK bands or American bands that you're particularly into?
Yeah, Blink-182 is a good band. They're like punk rock.
Yeah, like a pop punk sort of band, yeah.
I don't know, but the one came to mind was my Chemical Romance.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
So a bit of kind of emo stuff as well in there. Queen, okay, yeah, some big rock.
Yeah.
So yeah, really eclectic.
The Who?
The Who, yeah. Well, funny enough, you've got a story about the Who, haven't you? You've actually met Roger Daltrey. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So the one day we had won a competition with our song Stage Fright, and we had won a guitar from DV247, and we decided to give it to his charity for
So yeah, I think Roger Daltrey is like the main person for Teenage Cancer Trust, and we wanted to donate it there so they can auction it. So he would sign it, and we'd auction it for money, and then we'll give the money to Teenage Cancer Trust.
That's amazing. And how much did it raise? Do you know how much it raised?
We don't know yet. We don't know if it's been
Still
I
going.
think it's it's going to be auctioned soon. I think
So it's so people can still get on it. They can still get hold of it.
It even has our signatures on it.
Yeah, we
Does it?
Oh, so you've signed it as well. I mean, that could
Yeah.
be worth an awful lot of money one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day.
And we also got the news that the news came and interviewed us about it as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier that you sometimes get a little bit nervous, but you've met Roger Daltrey. You've just been on stage. How was that? You're here talking to us.
It was amazing. That was a really good experience. I was really nervous at the start, but yeah, it got better.
It went better than expected.
Yeah.
I'll be totally honest.
So you were feeling very nervous before? Have you played a gig as big as this before?
No.
really.
We played one gig at a school for the year sixes leaving, but it wasn't as big as this.
No.
That was probably the only gig we played.
Oh, we're also playing at the Forum at October.
Wow.
The Forum is an excellent venue. I've played
Yeah.
there many times in my old band.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fondness for the Tunbridge Wells Forum. So yeah, it's a great venue to start playing gigs at. That's great. So what do you see for the band going forwards? What are the main ambitions?
Well, just to get more popularity, play at bigger venues, festivals and stuff like that. Just have fun,
And have you done any recording yet? Have you been in the studio?
We've done some recording. We did a recording of Zombie as a cover and Stage Fright. Also COVID Rules, the one that we played today as well.
COVID rules.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that about?
COVID.
Clearly. Well, how many songs have you written now? Do you write them all together? Is it something?
Yeah, we write all together.
Yeah.
How many have we written? Like
3.
no, more than 3. It's like
Probably
4.
about.
No, because we got a new one now, haven't we? We've got a new one coming out.
oh, hot off the press.
So when you're doing your set list, are you throwing a few covers in there as well as your own stuff?
Yeah.
So what covers are you doing?
We've done Zombie.
House of Gold by 21 Pilots. We do that as our end one.
Learning to Swim by The Skin.
By the Skins, yeah. Very unknown band. No, they're playing later, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And is it something? So you said you met at this amazing place that puts bands together, and we're going to talk to the founder of that later.
Yeah.
Did you always want to be in a band? Was that always your inspiration, or did you just love music? Was it something that happened as you just got older?
When I was younger, I always would ask to get in a band, and I can never find one. I had school bands, but I just didn't really like them. But then when I found this, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you all get on well, the three of you.
Yeah.
No rucks.
Maybe.
Create
You look like,
differences.
I reckon this one could be a little bit of trouble. But that's good. You've got to have good energy, haven't you?
Well, it's vital you have the right rapport and stuff.
Yeah.
So did it click straight away with the three of you when you started sort of jamming together?
Oh no, it was with other people.
Yeah, some other people came, but they didn't come in. Yeah, but we started and now we can just jam and join in and just make songs.
Yes, we did get along quite quickly, didn't we? So yeah.
Well, 2 years is a long time. That's a long time to be doing it. And especially, but I can't imagine. I have an 11-year-old son and he doesn't play any instruments. So I can't imagine him getting up on stage and doing what you guys have done. That's absolutely amazing. So when you say said it went better than expected, what were you thinking about? What were you expecting?
So I thought people wouldn't clap or they wouldn't sing along, and it'd just be one person in the crowd that would just go. Minimum effort, I'm guessing.
So you must be very happy because you got a really good response. Everyone loved
Get
it.
quite a lot of people clapping.
And I guess Axel, you're the front man of the group. You're out there. What kind of banter are you doing on stage? Are you talking to the crowd much between songs?
I guess I'm frontman.
Probably both share.
Okay, so you're going to share GTs a bit with Chili. Yeah.
So I tried to
jokes, though.
I tried to think of a joke, but then nothing came to mind. So I just it didn't really work out.
Were you trying to engage? Will you try and engage the crowd though? And
I was trying to engage the crowd,
Yeah.
and trying to make a few smile.
we try and get them to we go make some noise and try and get them to be loud and stuff, just to get them excited and stuff. Yeah.
So if you could say in one word what your experience was like on stage, if that's your first time you've been on stage at a festival, what would you say it would be?
Trying to think of a word.
One word.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
No, because it was. I could expect something with our new song Headlights. That was a good one. I liked that one.
Yeah.
It's really a good one to rock to.
Yeah, we got a lot more response than we thought we would get from the crowd, you know.
We would always joke around and say, what if no one claps or if no one sings along?
There's one person there, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a tricky one because I've played lots of gigs in the past where there's no one there. But I think we always had the mentality that whether there was one person there or 1,000 people there, you just play your heart out regardless.
Yeah.
I think that's always a good mantra to have.
I'm sure you've had more than one person.
I had gigs in my band where there was literally one person there.
Was that not a gig though? Was that just a
No,
family get-together?
that was a proper gig. We'd driven all the way to Bradford to play a gig at the Bradford Rio, and there was one person there. It's very upsetting, but I think you have to give it your all, because that one person might become a lifelong fan. So I think it's really important. So you've enjoyed doing this. What's the next gig for you guys? What's the next live show you're going to be doing?
We'll be playing at the Forum soon. Can't
Is it
remember.
October 11th.
Yeah, 11th of October.
Okay.
That's going to be amazing.
And are you playing with some other acts that night?
Yeah,
Yeah.
believe so. We don't know what bands yet, but yeah.
But we have this thing where we have to show them that we can get people through the door, and they could.
Oh yeah, I know that well.
How are you going to do that? Tell some jokes. You could tell some jokes.
Invite loads of my friends.
Yeah.
As many friends as I can.
We'll come, obviously. We'll come and give you a bit of support.
And isn't it we can tour with someone if we
can
notice?
be a support act.
Oh,
big
wow.
band, yeah.
So it's a big deal. So all this is a big deal. How often do you practice? How often do you guys get together and practice?
Normally every Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 hours we practice.
Do you?
Just the same songs.
And where do you do that? Have you got a little studio you can go to, or garage or something?
Yeah, well,
Axel's house. And then we have
we go to a studio usually, which is on a farm actually, which is really nice.
So you can really crank the amps and stuff up. Yeah, great.
In the middle of the nowhere, really. It is. Yeah.
It really is as well.
Yeah.
And this has probably given you even more energy to do this, right? Hasn't it? Doing this, because you've got a glimpse of how life could be if you're in a band. You're in a band, but doing more of it.
Yeah.
I guess.
And I feel like this would bring our confidence up doing the next one.
Yeah.
Because I was so nervous I couldn't even sleep last night.
Yeah, I can
Really?
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were just telling you to calm down before we were going on stage.
Well, if you've done this with no sleep and that nervous, you just it's going to be a walk in the park, literally, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you like about Local Live Festival? You've managed to have a look around. Did you look around yesterday, or what do you think of the festival itself?
I haven't had a look around yet, but I think I will today and see some other acts going on today.
You're going to hang out and see what else is going on.
Yeah.
Is there anyone playing today that you'd like the look of?
We can eat.
I think there was one person called not one person. It was like a band called Soda Prism or something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard of them because my uncle mentioned them somehow.
So if people want to find out more about the act, have you got a website? Have you got social media handles that people can...
We've got an Instagram, a Facebook, a Twitter, I'm pretty sure. Do we have anything else?
I think that's it, yeah.
So what are the handles for those?
Oh, we have a YouTube channel.
You have a YouTube channel as
We
well?
have
Fantastic.
Spotify. I'm pretty sure we're on Apple Music and the other... SoundCloud, yes.
Okay, so you're trying to cut
everywhere.
a corner every part of the internet. So what are your handles? Where can we find out about? Where can people find your stuff and listen to your music?
Probably mainly the Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music and SoundCloud, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's just the act.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And where did it come from? The act, the name.
The name came from all our collective names.
That's
Tilly,
smart.
Axel, Charlie. Actually, I did that wrong, didn't I? Axel, Charlie, Tilly.
Because you could
I was thinking that doesn't spell act.
Yeah, we should have sat you in order.
Oh, that would have been.
And it looks like you've got your own branded water now
Here's
as
the
well.
Instagram. It's
branded water.
Our Instagram is the act, the band.
Okay, the at, so underscore the band.
The
So,
underscore.
Sorry, go on. You say it. You
Okay,
say
I'll
it.
go on. The underscore act, the
the
Oh my god.
underscore band.
You're going to have to employ a new PR person, I think.
It's all right. We'll do a little link at the bottom of this where people can join you.
That's okay.
So it's the underscore act underscore the underscore band.
Yeah.
And people, so obviously we'll send people to make sure that they come and follow you guys, and good luck with the future. I mean, it sounds like you're obviously really passionate about what you do, and I'm sure there's going to be a bright future ahead for you guys.
And you mentioned how you all came together. So there was one person that brought you all together, wasn't there?
Yes.
Who's that?
That was Jason West, his dad.
Jason West. Is he Jason's your dad? I think Jason's around, isn't he?
He is. I think we should get him in.
I think we should get Jason in. I think we should have a chat with Jason. Come in. Snuggle up on our snuggly big chat sofa.
Oh no, my things.
Hello.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
How you doing?
Very well.
Good.
So tell us a bit about because obviously you've had a career in music by the sounds of it, and so tell us how you started up the after school club and what sort of the origins of that.
I for many years have wanted to get young kids, people who might not have the knowledge or the ability to be able to do things like be in a band and play music in an ensemble together. So it's been a thing that I've wanted to do for a long time. So I started up in conjunction with Tunbridge Wells Music School this program called How to Be in a Band. And it takes young people, like these young people are, and puts them in a band, what then do music. And I mean, that's the general essence of it, is getting them together, getting them in a band. But also, as you point out, that I've had a musical career spanning...
we're not saying the number, but
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Let's say 3
don't
or
look
4.
a day over 25.
So I know of many of the pitfalls and the things that can go wrong and the things that you need to know. A lot of it centers around being able to interact with one another, being able to communicate with one another, and the things to do to be able to progress in the industry as well, being able to get gigs and how to put on shows and how to rehearse properly and all that sort of thing. So this program actually has a syllabus that I've written, and we sort of follow that through so that they get an image of the industry, of music, and how it all works together. Because being in a band, I'm sure you will know, is like being in a marriage with 3 or 4 other people. I mean, lovely when it works really well, not so lovely when it's not working so well. So I mean, that's one of the things that we work on, and we go into all sorts of things. We go into the whole pitfalls of popularity. And the negative and the positive sides of that, such as on the internet nowadays, you get a lot of trolling and stuff that goes on. So we go through that. We go through booze and drugs and all that sort of thing, and how to avoid them, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's amazing that you do that, because I mean, we've spoken to a few artists who've just got really big really quickly, and especially with, like you say, social media and online. It's just, that's it. You're out there, and when you're talking about mental health, basically looking after themselves, advice, mentoring. That's a really cool thing to be doing.
Yeah, and it's an important thing, isn't it? It is really important, because these sorts of things can bring on or exacerbate mental health issues, because music for a lot of us is a way of a release and of being able to get out there and say the things that we can't say normally.
Yeah.
But then there's all this negative side of things as well, that you can get. And I think if you're aware of it from the start, kind of thing, and to expect the negative as well as the positive, and you've got a process for dealing with that,
absolutely,
then you're going to be a lot more able to deal with it, as the years go on. So, but hopefully, hopefully they will be still going 10, 20 years time, and looking back and saying, "Oh, do you remember the old geezer? How to be in a band?"
He might remember you. Son.
I hope he remembers. He better remember.
Christmases and birthdays.
I'm Uncle Reginald. It's time for you to know. No. So I just hope that it gives them that foundation, really, in how to be in a band. And really, one of the main things as well is it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
So we have fun. We work hard.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing that people don't understand about being in the bands and being musicians is you've got to work hard to make it fun. You've got to put the effort in, to begin. So yeah, it's well, I enjoy it. Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah, you enjoy it. Yeah, jolly good.
And how many
Been
there
trained.
are you? So how many in is it? It's like almost like a school, I guess, is it?
So Tunbridge Wells Music School does all the things that you think a music school would do. So it's doing piano, guitar, drum lessons, singing lessons, any instrument really.
Yeah.
That they're dealing with and production, music production and all that sort of thing as well. So they've been around for something like, I think it's 18 years now, Tunbridge Wells Music School. So phenomenally popular and pretty much packed out with students at all times. So I mean, it's a great hub, and they do songwriting sessions and have done things with bands off and on. But then since I've come in, there's it's a proper thing now. We're going to do it all the time.
Yeah.
So we've got that element of the school as well as the solo instruments, and learning that is playing in an ensemble as well. Because I mean, if you learn the bass or the drums even, it's great. But then to make it make sense, you've got to really be playing in an ensemble or in a band or a group or something like that. Then it starts to click in. Oh right, okay, this is why I'm doing this. And it sounds a lot better. And the music makes more sense. So yeah, it's phenomenal, brilliant.
And is this the first time you've done Local and Live?
It is the first time we've done Local and Live. Yeah, I mean, if you consider that this is only their second actual.
It's amazing. But have you got other acts from the school, or not acts? Obviously, there's no other act than the act. I know that.
There are other bands. Yes, there are other bands. Yeah, that will be.
One of our songs. Oh, what's it called? I don't know. And then just call the song I Don't Know.
I don't. Okay.
I don't know. It's some act. Oh, really? It's called I Don't Know. Oh, wait, really? Which one? They just confuse themselves in their own.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. Talking about drink.
That's later.
Yeah, I think it's been on it already. I think. Yeah, I mean, what were we saying? I've lost the plot now.
Talking
I'm
about
an old man.
just talking about how many people you've sort of seen come to Local and Live. Really, how many people brought to this festival in particular? Because obviously you've been involved in music for a long time.
Yeah, and this festival has grown from being a little thing into at the bandstand in the Pantars, I seem to remember.
Yeah.
And I've even done some sound engineering for this festival about 68 years ago. So I mean that was when it was little, and now it's this amazing big thing. It's just great, and I think it's fantastic because we need more of this, especially after lockdown. I mean, this, you were saying they've been together for 2 years. Most of that's been lockdown.
Yeah.
And we've had to have band sessions on Zoom.
Yeah.
Which was just
that was really hard.
It was really, really hard.
It was out of sync and everything.
Oh, it's just
and the focus right.
Yeah, my wife sings in a choir, and they tried to do some Zoom.
It's just impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, because of the syncing, it's just awful. But
yeah.
So yeah, it's been difficult this last kind of couple of years.
It's been really hard, but I've been really proud of all of the students really, because they've all stuck with it.
Yeah.
And it can be really boring at times because you're waiting for things to catch up, and an absolute nightmare, and it just doesn't make sense as well, and it's not really much fun, but they've stuck with it, they've progressed, and now hopefully, as we're coming out of it all, hopefully we won't, touch wood, hopefully we won't go back into lockdown, so hopefully now it can all flourish. But yeah, it has been hard. I know it's been hard for everybody.
But what a way to finish up this sort of, last couple of years experience to be on stage. I mean, well done, you guys. And you're obviously doing something right. Well done. Well done, you.
After all these years, it had to happen at one stage.
I know, that's the way I look at it. Sooner or later.
Law of averages.
Sooner or later.
Yeah, law of averages.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, no, I get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, we can see that.
and it's what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's what I've wanted to do for a while. I'm hoping it will grow, and I'm hoping it will encompass more and more people, and people from all different walks of life as well.
Good.
You know, different types of music. We're not all just about, you know, rock or alternative rock or whatever. You know, I want everybody to be included in it. So
That's
Amazing.
brilliant.
That's good.
So how can we find out about?
Yeah, tell us.
How can people sign up and join and
Yeah.
be involved?
How to be in a band is available on. So we've got an Instagram. We've got all the usual socials: Facebook, Instagram, all that sort of thing. How to be in a band comes up. Even YouTube, I believe. We've probably got a YouTube. I don't know that we've got a YouTube. Yeah, strike that. There's no YouTube channel. We don't need one.
There needs to be one.
Yeah,
That's
there
what
needs to
we're
be one.
talking
Yeah,
about,
I'll get onto that.
You'll be on YouTube now. This will be out. So
Yeah, exactly.
we'll
There you go.
see you.
There you go. Yeah, I see. I don't need one now. See, that's it. It's done. It's done. That's it. All the usual socials, and through the Tunbridge Wells Music School as well.
Brilliant.
So they've on their website. There's all details on there of what to do.
Amazing. Well, I mean,
Can we just say it? Can we all just say it? Can we just say a big thank you to Paul Dunton
Yeah,
Yeah.
massive thanks to Paul. Yeah.
for putting this whole thing on?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a crazy thing to do. I think it must be completely mad.
he's
But
been doing it for 17 years.
is it 17 years? Is it?
17 years, yes.
Yeah.
I met him a few years ago because I do the Tunbridge Wells soapbox, and I understand his pain. But this is something else. It's amazing.
And a brilliant way to showcase local talent as well.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
He's
it gives them
very
a platform.
passionate about. But he was very keen to get you guys on because, like we said, you're the youngest actor to ever be
It's
at his
amazing.
festival.
Well, let's
so-
say like 5 years' time, you'll be headlining, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. 5?
Or
5?
next year.
Come on,
Next year.
Next year. No, thank you very much. No, it's
Well, thanks for coming on
Yeah,
to
thanks
talk
for
to
coming
us.
on,
And any advice you've got for anyone listening that wants to get into a band, you guys?
Use How to Be in the Band, self-promo.
Brilliant.
Never give up.
Yeah,
give up.
promotion.
Never give up.
just
I like that.
writing the check now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never give up and promotion. Okay, cool.
Well, brilliant. Thanks, guys. And enjoy the rest of the festival. And well
Yeah.
done for today. What a brilliant thing to do.
Yeah, well done. Watch this space. Cheers.